couldn't resist coming out tonight. It's a beautiful little intimate swim behind me, which I'm going to be fishing quite soon. I won't bore you with the setup. It's my usual Marco Cortesi Mark II centre pin loaded with Shimano Technium Invisitech, and the rod is the Shimano Vengeance Barbel power rod, 1 3/4 test curve. Same setup as last time. Drennan sink braid hook link, Palatrax the hook, size 6, and nice little back lead to help pin things down, as well as a Palatrax stone's weight. This swim behind me I've not fished at all. This is going to be my first trip in this swim. I like to give a swim a good few trips to see what's about. I did lead about in here and it feels like there's a nice amount of gravel, so it's always a positive. Bait wise, I won't bore you by showing you. You know, you've seen it lots of times. Just trying to cut the waffle down on this video. Bait wise, I'm using mainline Activate. In with that, I've mixed a bit of British aqua feeds, fish hydrosolate, and one of the other packs that I've made up, I've got liver hydrosolate mixed in with the Activate. Matching paste to wrap it in, and of course a healthy little dollop of birdseed and hemp. The hemp is mainlines, comes in the 3 litre jars, and that's hemp mixed with stim liquid, which is PVA friendly, but on top of that it's got a very nice aroma. It smells a bit like betadine, but slightly different. It's working out quite nice. It's a nice addition to mix with the birdseed. That's the sum of it. As I say, nice evening. Lights fading as it tends to this time of the year. We're just getting into, those realms of it going to be autumn. So yeah, as I say, going to be fishing into the small hours. Got a nice little swim behind me. Nice bottleneck. Got reed mace. Got a little bit of snag above, and I've got thick streamer weed downstream, and I mean dense. So hopefully we can get a fish that's either in the swim or draw one up from the streamer weed. But I've got to be very careful, because downstream, if the fish runs 10 metres past the swim, if that, there's a tree in the water, in the margins, and it won't take a lot for the fish to snag me. I've got to be a bit careful, got to be sat alert on top with my finger on the pin. But it looks promising. Anyway, let's not waffle on too much. Let's get set up. Get a little bit of broken up boilie in, a little bit of birdseed, and then fingers crossed for a screaming bite on the pin. Well, that's us all set. I've just gone short of a marginal feature in between the gully of the reed mace and the streamer weed. Quite a pacey area, not shallow but not deep, kind of in between, around about 4.5 feet. Got my fingers crossed, as always. Hopefully we'll get a fish. Hopefully we'll pick up a barbel. Hopefully the centre pin will scream. Now I'm not going to film anymore. I'm going to just turn the camera off and sit very quietly in the dark. Got to curry the odds a bit in your favour, and it can be a bit hard at times when you're filming to do so. Anyway, let's get the light doused and off the water and sit down and relax. Got a barn owl flying over on the opposite side of the field. Very, very beautiful birds. It's just one of those things as anglers, we get to see so many beautiful sights of the British wildlife. Anyway, enough jibber jabbering. I'm going to sit down and cross my paws. Well, finally made it down to the river. As you can tell from that last quiet section of video on the previous trip, that was a blankety blank. The river's got a sullen mood at the moment, at least for myself. And since that trip, I've had 3 blanks. I'm not one to hide my blanks. I'm always transparent. I can't stand hiding the fact you're blank. Some people like to do that and do a bit of kidology, and that's being kind. More like BS. But yeah, 3 blanks. It's been really tough. So come out this evening. Same setup as you've seen during the earlier section of the video on the other trip. And hopefully, after 3 blanks, it's going to be 4th time lucky. If not, you just got to keep plugging. Got to keep trying different things, different swims, and just keep working your way methodically. And hopefully a barbel will make an appearance. Well, here's part of today's swim. A lovely looking area here, bottleneck, and then it widens out. So I'm going to go for the area just off here to the right, where there's a steady flow. Depth is good, between 5 to 6 foot in the main channel. Cabbage patch either side, and some good features. But that doesn't always mean just because the features are good and the fish might be there that they're going to be willing. As I say, I'm going to fish this section and this swim, shall I say, and yeah, hopeful. Always keep a very, very firm grip on being positive. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a decent fish, hopefully a nice barbel. I'm probably not going to film me casting out, guys. I hope you can understand that, but I don't really want to give too much of my swims away. And there's always a chance of giving your swims away by doing the video. So I'm going to get the rod set up, get some activate boilie on the hair rig, glug it, and flick in a little bit of birdseed ground bait and a few broken boilies. But do forgive me if I don't show myself casting in on this particular section of the video. As I say, I do want to keep my swims a little bit low key. You're in, guys. Oh, that was a good fish. Certainly does for the good fish, guys. That's barbel. Oh, no. Out of there. And put the check on going. Got ya. Happy days. Oh yes, lovely. Lovely. So happy with that after the blanks, I tell you guys. Really happy. Whew, that was a good scrap. Whew, always adrenaline rush. Centre pin. Stopped. Prior to this I was getting absolutely nailed by crayfish. Probably the worst I've ever had. I had my hair rig actually snipped. Actually snipped my actual hair rig. Not the hair stomp, the hair rig. All the line above was all literally chinked up really badly, so I had to change that, put a new rig on. It's been very quiet. And it's funny that, isn't it? You can have the most quietest trips. And out of the blue, the centre pin went and stopped. As if the fish pricked itself and then held position. And then it just screamed off. Lovely. It's a nice looking fish. Looks like it's in pristine condition as well. Oh, there we go. Absolute pristine barbers. £10 one. Very nice. Good scrap. Beautiful, rugged build to it. Look at that. What a clonker. And you can see it's really, really misty. Blue night. It's dropped down to around about 8 at the moment. Lovely flank. Lovely set of barbules. It's actually blind in one eye. Well, partially blind. Like it's got a shrunken eye the opposite side. But hey, apart from that, it's really in mint condition. Let's draw myself back. How's about that, eh? You've got to be happy with that after a run of blanks. £10 one of immaculate, powerful Loddon Barbels. Barbus Maximus. Absolutely tore line from the pin. Manic scrap. Anyway, it's given me a good scrap. Say goodbye to the camera. The fish truly is the star of the show. I'm just a participant. Wonderful. Let's get it slipped back. What a cracker. Well, it's Misty and she's ready to return. Not sure how much you'll be able to see. Oh, off she goes. Wonderful. Always a pleasure to see them swim off healthy and strong and full of vigour. Well, all packed up, but I tell you what, I'm a happy guy. £10 one of immaculate barbus. Beautiful condition, not a mark on it. Got like a shrunken, it's not its right eye, its left eye. It's a little bit shrunken. Not blind, I don't think, but definitely not as good as it should be. But apart from that, beautiful, beautiful, immaculate flanks. And what a scrap, real good scrap. It's really annoying actually, because in between the blanks, I should say in between the blanks, yeah, during the blanks, you know, you're trying to fathom out a few areas. I do put a lot of time into watercraft in the sense of trying to find different features, and I don't mean just surface features, I'm talking about subsurface features, you know, leading about, feeling about, trying to work out where the gullies are, where there's areas where food will deposit, where fish will move to. So I've been trying to do that in between the blanks, in between the crayfish. I tell you what, they were bad today. Got down late this evening, and yeah, I had a few knocks early on, which I did feel was fish. But yeah, the hair rig was, when I wound in, hair rig was cut, literally cut. So the loop for the boilie stop cut right through, and then all chinks up my line. So luckily, I always bring X amount of pre-made rigs on winders to save me time. You know, I don't time's precious to all of us, especially when you're, you know, coming down of an evening to fish and you want to maximise your chances. So I always have some rigs made up. So I popped on a new rig, cursed the crayfish, wasn't, tell you what, that was kind of like, you know, X-rated. I was raging about that, you know. I'm used to crayfish and they do annoy the bejesus out of me. But yeah, wow, I was really annoyed. So I put another rig on, cast back out, topped up the swim with a bit more birdseed mix. And it got really, you know, it's really quiet, not a single tap. One of those kind of evenings where it's going to go or it's not going to go. And wind on a few hours, mist has rolled in, temperatures dropped down, it's around about 8 degrees. It's nice enough though, it's got quite misty. I pulled my hoodie up, right, you know, right over my head, tightened it up. So I haven't brought my hat with me stupidly, and as you can probably see my hair's quite short. So, did my hoodie up, was just sat there, listening to the owls calling out. There was a few tawny owls about, and as I say, I had my hoodie right up here, and the pin just went, you know, like that kind of half take, real powerful. And I lurched, pulled the hoodie down, lurched like that, waited, and the fish must have, obviously it's pricked itself, and it must have sat there for a little while going, oh dear, what have I done? And then it just tore off downstream. And yeah, brilliant scrap, brilliant fight. That's, you know, that's why I sound maybe a real grumpy sod, but that's why I like to fish tricky waterways. A masochist, sadomasochist maybe, I don't know. There's a few of us that fish this river and we stick at it and we enjoy it, come heaven or hell. And yeah, it's, I love all my waterways that I fish, but this river is my heart and soul. If you cut me open, I'd bleed the Loddon, I really would. It's nice after a run of blanks, yeah, to get that fish. Brilliant scrap, brilliant condition. Anyway, as I say, I've got to be heading off. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've have done, give it a thumbs up. Do take time to maybe consider sharing the videos on your Facebook pages, social media, etc. That would be really appreciated. And got to say, it's great to have broken 10,000 subscribers. So thank you very much, guys. And if you're not subscribed, join the Fishing for Memories clan and be sure to click the subscribe button and the bell icon, and you'll be kept up to date with all my newest uploads and the back catalogue of older videos. Anyway, from a beaming boy on the banks of the Loddon with a beautiful barbus under his belt after a few blanks, I will see you on another Fishing for Memories video. Take care, guys. Goodbye.